Today I'm in Leeds, and last night it was raining ridiculously hard. It was almost like a flash flood. The roads filled up so quickly, and it does make me think, for the people that are on the streets, are they okay? Because how was that for them? They might well have been stuck outside in the rain, in the cold, during that entire thunderstorm. It was crazy how quickly the roads just filled with water. I'm just hoping that everyone that was on the streets is okay, because if they got caught in that...
And weather warnings are in place for parts of the UK. Excuse me, cars already submerged, delays on road and rail, with more than a month's worth of rainfall expected to fall in some places today. Give us a sense of what's going on there, Shaman, and the forecast doesn't look great.
No, to be fair, where we've been today, the rain has been relentless.
Clearly last night there was a hell of a rainfall, and the river started rising. When I got up this morning, the back garden was partially flooded. Now it's completely flooded, and it must be under about 8 or 9 inches of water. It's never been this bad.
But I've been homeless now for about 20 years. I lost my mum to cancer, but when my mum passed away, bank repossessed them, come and just kicked me out onto the streets.
When you've been in jail and you come out of jail, there's just no help whatsoever. As soon as you leave them gates, you're on your own.
It's hard because I've got nowhere to put food in that yet, so I've got to buy it hand to mouth, and it's expensive. But these organisations that have come around and give us food.
I've been sat here 3 times this morning. I keep getting chased off by the same woman.
Instead of chasing us off, they could give us some help.
I feel a bit dirty, to tell you the truth.
I hate it just being lonely. I hate it being on my own. I like company.
I was beat. I have gunshot.
Gunshots?
Yeah, this boy shot me.
After that you were probably left homeless as well. How did you end up on the streets?
Because my ex-husband raped me, and then my kids got adopted because of it, and he's in prison.
I was sleeping on a bench. It was maybe rain. For some reason I closed myself and sleep back. These guys put that fire liquid and make fire on my sleep bag. When I go out from that sleep bag, I see maybe 5 or 6 phones that lights of cameras, you know, and I see only these lights blinding me. Then between that lights I see kids, 10 years, 13, 5, 6 boys. Yeah, make fire on me.
So they had put oil on your sleeping bag, and then they'd set fire to it, and then they were filming it for TikTok.
At this Christmas, I have personal firework in my cup. My friend walking with half piece of nose, because that explode and 1 coin hit him face. Young boys, just throwing rocks. I'm sitting, and these 5 floors, and boom, right to my cup. Yeah, it's a game for boys.
From like a window, they were trying to throw a rock into your cup.
Yeah. I see that face. These boys miss, and every time in me.
So, I was just walking under an underpass in the way in to get to Leeds City Centre, and it was like a bridge, and then underneath the bridge there was someone just sat there, and when I walked closer she started to ask me questions. She looked like kind of panicked, and I looked down and there was a needle, and it looked like it was full of like a red substance, almost like it was filled with blood. I mean, I only glanced very quickly and then I just carried on walking. First time I've ever seen that. But I saw a comment the other day from someone who said that they had a needle thrown at them. When I saw that needle, I was a bit scared, and I just honestly just thought, right, keep walking, get out of here. You know, I get scared easily sometimes. I think that's where the needle was. It's a bit interesting being back on Leeds, just because I have a lot of memories from here. It was pouring with rain, but I actually thought about sleeping here. It's a weird emotion to be back. this hotel. I met someone awesome called Kelly. What was your name again?
Kelly.
How long have you...
Yeah.
How did you end up homeless?
Because when I was in Newcastle, I had a flat. And I started letting people in because I'm too stupid. Letting people in my flat and then get evicted. Just people who was homeless.
You had a flat and you were letting homeless people stay because they didn't have anywhere to go. Did your landlord not like that?
It was the council because people were like knocking on my door and the neighbours were like complaining. And then after 12 months, the council asked us to leave. It's like a vicious circle. I'd done it all out, top to bottom, thinking that this is going to be my home now. And then after 12 months, they just like evicted again. So it's very hard. You always get like people who's on the streets like trying to get into you type of thing, want to be your girlfriend. I can't see any relationship working when you're on the streets. It's not going to work. You do get a lot of perverts always asking for sex and things. It is hard to be a loss to be on the streets.
You get me dog in there.
Your dog is very cute, by the way.
Yeah,
what's the dog's name?
Teddy.
Teddy.
Is he stopping me getting somewhere to live?
Huh?
He's stopping me getting somewhere to live.
He's stopping you from getting somewhere to
I
live?
ain't giving him up.
I've heard...
I'm not giving him up, mate.
I've heard about this before, where people are... They're not willing to take somewhere because then they have to give up the dog.
Yeah.
And how did you meet Teddy?
Well, when my wife was dying, we were both working.
So you got Teddy before you were homeless?
Yeah.
Oh, so friendly.
I worked all over.
So what kind of work were you doing?
Laying bricks. My wife got cock cancer.
Your wife got cancer?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Within 12 months she was gone. And it was just a fucking shock, mate.
I can imagine.
Now, don't get me wrong. Me and my wife would go out on a weekend and we'd have a sniff of coke. Yeah.
Oh, you'd have some drugs?
But then, when she passed away, somebody said, if you like coke, you'll like this.
You tried crack?
Yeah.
And then what happened after that?
I loved it.
Did that kind of lead to you kind of ending up on the streets?
Yeah. I just fucking bought a load of crack. Lost my house. If I'd have kept the mortgage going for another year, it'd have been mine. But I couldn't even manage that.
So why did the crack lead to you being on the streets?
Because you don't really give a fuck about things, do you, but crack.
Oh, so when you were on crack, you just stopped caring about everything?
Yeah.
So you end up not paying your rent?
That's exactly what it was. My wife worked for NHS 22 years. They've mugged her off at the end of it.
What happened at the end?
They just fucking didn't give her much support.
So when she left, they didn't help her?
No. I was getting letters me saying if this mortgage payment's not fucking paid, we're taking your house. And I thought, you know what? I've built, and I've probably built five houses a month for the last 20 years.
Because you were a bricklayer, so you could have built your house.
So now they're threatening to take my house off me. Listen, we paid mortgage for 20 years, but it's a 35-year mortgage.
Okay, so you paid your mortgage for years and years, but then they took your house off you?
Yeah, because I didn't pay it. I got one threatening letter, and my head went with it. One threatening letter, threatening to take my house, and then I ended up in prison for a bit.
You ended up in prison?
Yeah, for a bit.
Because you took something?
Well, yeah. Yeah.
What was it that you took?
I don't really want to say.
Yeah,
anyway, me house, I live out of rucksack, me now. And you know, if I can't carry it, I don't want it. We've just moved into my mate's garage.
And you said that you were in the military?
When I was 16, mate, I was on this street here. And I walked down to that recruiting off to fill the farm out. I was only 16. I ended up signing up. They were like sweet and nice and that. Hello, mate, you'll be a good soldier this time over.
Yeah.
The brainwashed me within an hour I signed up.
And how long did you serve in the military for?
9 years.
9 years. Did you get any achievements during the...
Yeah, I've had a medal. Prince Charles put a medal on my shoulder.
Prince Charles gave you a medal?
Yeah.
And then you ended up on the streets?
Yes. So, you know the medal for
what
murder,
was your medal for?
It was murder, mate, for murder.
For murder?
It was for fucking murder.
What do you mean by that?
We're in a compound in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
I'm point man, which is the first man, yeah. The man behind me has got to take over me and go around the corner to get shot. Now, I see a shadow coming around the corner, holding something. Now, he looks long. And I'm thinking, as soon as I see material come round that corner, I'm putting a bullet in the chest. Now, he trained in British Army to do two taps, shoot him twice. Anyway, I'm watching his shadow. He just watched his dad get shot by my mate. Now, he's in fucking trauma.
The guy that's about to come around the corner, he saw his dad get shot?
Yeah, he's only an 8-year-old kid, this kid.
He's a kid?
He's 8 years old.
The shadow that's about to come around the corner is a kid?
He's 8 years old and he's got a Leeds United shirt on.
Okay. It's the same team that you support?
Listen, mate, that's his fingerprint. They were called Abdul Aziz.
And
I'll tell you something now, brother, yeah, I am now a Muslim. And I hate British Army's policy out. I've seen it happen, mate. I've seen what they did in fucking in the prison. I've seen it. There were parachutes who guarded them prisoners in that Belgrade prison.
Yeah. So what happened to the shadow when he walked around the corner?
I put one in him.
Yeah, and did he have like a weapon with him or something?
No, he was carrying a Kermit the fucking Frog, but it looked like an AK-47.
Okay.
The shadow, he was carrying a Kermit the Frog.
Oh no, I'm
Teddy
so
bear.
sorry. So he was, so he wasn't actually a threat.
He wasn't a threat at all. I don't even believe his dad was a threat.
So what was the reason? So that they gave the medal for that?
Because the man who took over me, he's ended up in a firefight.
Yeah.
I've had to intervene and I dropped the geezer.
So the medal was for the firefight separately.
Previous year, yeah. To
okay.
My mate was cornered. But I hate the British Army now, I hate the policies, I've never picked a weapon up since. I refused to pick a weapon up. I got 9 months military prison. I've refused to pick a weapon up again. When you're in the British Army, you've got to carry a weapon 24 hours a day.
So because you'd seen what horrible things can happen with a gun, you said that you're not picking up a gun ever again?
Ever again.
Your respect for that. Because
I was brainwashed, mate, from start to finish.
And what makes you say that you were brainwashed?
Because I don't want to fucking hurt nobody. I ain't put on this earth. I've killed people because people have told me to. Come on, mate. Come on. Come on. Would I do that now at this age? Would I? If somebody said to me...
No, you wouldn't.
Come on, that's not me, man.
No,
I can't fucking sleep, mate. Now, Abdul Aziz, mate, he was 9 years old, much. I know his date of birth and everything.
It's good that you cared so much about it to get his fingerprint.
He had a Leeds United shirt on, mate. Fucking hell. That's the first thing I noticed. I supposed to put 2 in him, but I didn't. I put 1 in him. But it was enough.
Is that normal in those kind of situations where you think it could be a threat? Is it normal that you have to fire?
Listen, mate, the reconstructed it and it was 100% threat. Well, it wasn't, but it was 100% perceived threat.
Perceived threat because it's coming around the corner in a live combat situation.
He was carrying that teddy. In fact, it wasn't a teddy, it was a pyjama case, but he was using it as a teddy. He's coming around the corner, 8 years old, the shadow's long, yeah, the compound's dark. The train here, if somebody's coming around the corner, look for a shadow, and I seen a shadow, it looked like a fully grown man carrying an AK-47. The only mistake that they pointed out to me was, it wasn't raised, which is fair enough.
Okay.
But my pal, I thought my pal was dead at first. I was fuming and I'd have killed any cunt who would have come around that corner. I just seen my mate fucking get shot, you know what I mean? So I would have killed any cunt coming around that corner. But the kid was crying and he was shouting, Dad in Arabic. And you know something? His mother had died in a fucking roadside car bomb as well when she was walking to go buy tomatoes.
Sorry about that, man.
I mean, do you know if I could get that fucking family over here, mate, I would, honestly. I'm going back to see them before I die.
That's respect for that.
Honest.
It's good that you're such a caring person.
I want them, mate, I want them. My generation, yeah, we had nothing. It was either you go into the military or you go down crime and drug road. Now, alright, I'm homeless at the minute. A lot of homeless people, they're addicted to drugs, they're alcoholics. I don't drink, I don't bring in these, I don't.
When you left the military, did they give you enough support? Because I'm just wondering.
Yeah, I got support.
That's good.
I got counselling, right? And if it had been a single geezer, they'd probably accommodated me.
What do you think deep down caused you to try the crack cocaine that led to all of the problems?
Right.
Do you
When me and my wife started using cocaine, yeah, we got really, really close. We opened up to each other verbally, optically and sexually. We proper opened up to each other. We've been together years, but we opened up.
So the cocaine helped you guys get together kind of thing?
Yeah, yeah.
And then you just tried crack cocaine once, and then it ended up being so addictive.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you stopped caring about everything.
I stopped caring about everything, yeah. But I've got 2 daughters, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Care about them.
How did you meet Teddy again? Because I mean, Teddy's such a beautiful dog.
When my wife was in house all the time, yeah,
Yeah.
She's always wanted a pug. Because she was having chemo a lot, so she was at home, so she got him as a lapdog.
So the doc kind of gave her company while she was going through chemotherapy?
Yeah, because I had to go to work, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's how come we had him.
That's so amazing.
He's 3 years old. Brilliant dog, brilliant. I wouldn't be without him.
Often I would be scared to just stroke a dog that I don't know in case it bites you, but he's just such a kind, friendly dog.
What's your name?
Andy.
Andy.
So it's lovely to meet you, Paul, right?
Yes.
Paul, it's great to meet you.
So
man.
what are you? Are you like a journalist, documentary maker?
I'm not really like a journalist. It's on YouTube. So Paul, it's a pleasure to meet you, mate. You're on the streets of Leeds. Yesterday I know it rained a lot, so I was wondering, did you get caught out in the rain? Because I know it was really bad yesterday.
My feet are all sore. Once you get wet, you can't get dry.
What happened to them?
You get trench foot.
And what happens when you get trench foot?
You go sore, you get infections in your feet.
And then, like, what happens to them when they get infected?
You end up in hospital.
In hospital? Is that bad?
Yeah. I just got out of hospital last week.
Yeah.
Not good. Not good. I'm size 14 feet, so it's not easy.
Size 14. Yeah. So these are really, really big feet.
Yeah.
And so when your shoes start to fall apart, it's probably really hard to get new ones.
Yep.
And does that make the trench foot worse?
Yeah.
Okay. What happened to your leg?
Infections and stuff like that.
Oh no.
You have to keep it clean. Keep any wound if you cut yourself or with anything. You have to keep it clean.
Do you know how did it get infected, or does it just happen over time?
Over time. Just luckily they've got good doctors here for homeless, so you're all right with
okay, that's good. So the doctors help.
Yeah, big time they help. The good doctors at Leeds.
That's really, really good.
Got a good outreach project as well.
What does the outreach project do? Giving out like
hot drinks, breakfast bars,
breakfast,
medical help, whatever you need.
And what about things like sleeping bags? Can that happen as well?
Yeah, they help with them.
Oh, that's really good.
But they've got the best system for homeless people I've come across anywhere.
Do they house you as well though, or do
No, that's not so easy.
That's the bit that's not
you
happening.
Try the hardest though. We do try the best.
I mean, that's really good. It's good to hear something positive being said about because I'm sure there are people working hard to try and solve the problem.
Oh, there is a lot of people out.
How did you end up on the streets, Paul?
Relationship broke down. A year ago I was on the streets.
30 years ago you were on the streets of Leeds?
Yeah.
And then again now?
Yeah.
Well, you must have been very young 30 years ago.
Well, I'm 48 now.
So you were 18 when you first went on the streets?
Yeah.
How did that happen that you were on the streets so young?
Relationship breakdown with my mother and my children.
So you couldn't stay there anymore?
Well, no,
and then you were...
kids, I had to leave because of kids. Yeah, they needed the house, so...
Mate, that's respectable.
They don't have a choice in the matter, you know what I mean? And winter's coming.
Have you been on the streets in the winter before?
Yeah. It was very nice last year.
And how do people been treating you? Is there anyone being cruel or violent?
Oh, you do. There's a lot of drugs about, so you do get it. Busy centipede, you do get it.
Do you do drugs yourself?
No.
You don't do them?
No. Don't even drink.
There's some people that think that everyone that's on the streets does drugs, and it's a shame that they think that.
Yeah, well, usually they do it to keep warm as well.
And you can kind of understand that,
Yeah.
considering how tough it must be to be sleeping on the streets day after day. What are you hoping for? Are you hoping to be off the streets?
Yeah, I'm hoping to get a place soon. I'm waiting to hear back from council now.
Would you be willing to take a job if you got the chance?
Oh, aye,
Job.
definitely.
What do you think is different about Leeds to be homeless here?
The system is a lot better.
The only thing that makes me hesitant with agreeing with you is that you've been on the street since November and they haven't housed you.
They have trying, you know what I mean? I'm not, there's different rules. You're not from the area.
Where are you sleeping at the moment?
Always.
It just makes me worry of, like, you know, your safety and stuff.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you need right now? Like anything that you're missing?
I'm trying to get shoes, that's all I'm trying to do now.
Shoes.
So I'm just trying to make enough money to get some shoes.
And how much do you think the shoes would cost?
I'm lucky if I can get a pair cheaper than 25 quid.
Where can you get a pair for 25 quid?
I bought direct.
You reckon they might have some size 14s?
No, not at the moment.
Okay, so you check with them, did you?
Yeah, I've checked. I checked it yesterday.
And you think that they might have some at the end of the week?
Yeah. So I'm going to make 25 quid up and just put that aside. I'm good at putting money aside.
You're good at saving money?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I can understand if you've got trench foot and your shoes are falling apart.
I've managed to save a tenner already, so...
So, in an ideal world, I would go and get him the shoes that he needs. But the problem is, he's saying because he's size 14, they don't actually have size 14 shoes at the minute. So I think I'll do is I'll get out the rest of the money that he needs for the shoes. Then when those shoes come back into stock, then he should be able to get them. So I'll just try and find a bank. 15 that you needed, right?
Oh, nice one.
So, yeah,
Thank you.
No, mate. So yeah, I hope it helps, man.
Yeah. Are you going to come back and carry on?
Yeah, mate. I mean, I don't live in the area, but at some point, I'm sure I'll be back, man. And I hope I see you then. Well, I hope you're off the streets then.
But keep an eye out for me.
I will, man. I will.
What's it for? Is it for school?
No. So the documentaries I make go on YouTube, and to basically try and show what it's like for people on the streets.
I'll keep an eye out for you then.
Yeah, man. Pleasure to meet you as well. And
I'll keep an eye out for you, mate.
no problem, man. See you soon, man. All the best, and I hope it works out with the shoes.
Take care.
Legend, mate.
Yeah.
Anthony, it's a pleasure to meet you. So I think you're homeless in Leeds at the moment.
Yeah.
How did you end up homeless?
Well, it was the death of my son in November. He got murdered in November in Horsham.
No, your son got murdered.
Yeah.
How?
Alfie Lewis.
I'm so sorry, man. How did that happen?
Outside school, wrong place, wrong time.
Wrong place, wrong time. So some people that didn't really know him, they just
knew him, but he just didn't want the trouble that would know what to do with him. He stuck up for somebody, and then he got the backlash of it, basically.
He stood up for someone else, and then he ended up.
Yeah, because
I'm so sorry, man.
Well, my missus, I was a constant reminder for him. So it just basically 31 years of being married and being together. He just couldn't face looking at me. I mean, it's all over Google. You can Google it rather than me telling stories. It'd be better if you learn about it.
Sure.
Holding a knife and wearing a hood, a teenager found guilty of murdering Alfie Lewis stabbed 15-year-old Alfie in the heart outside a primary school in front of horrified children and parents.
Thank you to Alfie for giving us your love, joy and humour and making us smile every day. For the 15 years we had to enjoy you. We love you. You are always in our hearts and our minds, and until we are together again, keep dancing in the sky, our beautiful boy. We miss and love you always.
CCTV from shows Alfie walking down the street to meet his friends. Moments later, he will be dead. During the trial, the defendant claimed he was scared of Alfie and it was self-defence. But the jury did not believe that version of events.
Alfie's mum shouted yes and then sobbed when the guilty verdict was read out. She was supported by a large group of family and friends, many of them wearing orange, which was Alfie's favourite colour. But the defendant showed no emotion when the judge said he would face a life sentence.
He died on November 7th.
November 7th he was killed, and it was just outside school.
Left outside within 8 minutes, leaving the house to school gates, waiting for his mates to come out. He ran across the road, stabbed him in the leg, stabbed him in the heart.
They stabbed him in the heart. So horrible. I'm so sorry to hear that, man.
Obviously, I spiralled out of control. That's how I ended up on Class A's, and then I ended up committing crime, then in jail.
Because of how bad the tragedy was, you ended up doing drugs.
Thoughts and emotions.
And did you not do drugs before that?
I did, but when I was 18, 19, so
yeah, but not.
I'm 47 now.
Okay, so you hadn't been doing any drugs for a long time, and then because of that horrible situation.
Your feelings and thoughts, so I couldn't handle it. And this is the first time I've been dealing with it again from coming out of jail, you see.
Did you go to jail for doing drugs, was it?
Well, yes, and shoplifting.
Shoplifting. And then, I think, did you say that it was because of the new early release scheme that put you out of jail?
I was supposed to be there for 12 weeks, so do half. They took me out 4 weeks early, so the probation didn't have time to do anything with me.
Would normally the probation help you?
Try to do, yeah. You're in the system for like 6 weeks or longer. Possibly I would come out with somewhere, but because I got early release, paperwork, everything, you can get time. So I'm told.
Did they give you any support? Like what's... Nothing?
So there's only so much they can do, you know.
Yeah. From what I heard, there was like thousands of people being released. So I guess they're just too stretched trying to... I really hope that they fix the probation system, because it does seem broken that people are coming out of jail straight onto the streets, and then you're just in a horrible situation.
So how we're supposed to keep straight and not go back to drugs to do whatever else.
That's the thing, right?
I mean, drugs keep you warm.
Almost. Was life worse or better in prison or on the streets? It was better in prison.
Yeah, of course.
Why was that?
Because this is the way I'm living at the moment. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, well, at least when you're in there, you're not on drugs. You're clear-headed. You know.
So
you You got 3 meals a day. Do you know what I mean?
So you really don't like drugs?
No.
But do you still sometimes take them, because you mentioned to keep warm?
Yeah, but this is what I'm fighting now. The demons. I've only been out a week. I haven't up till press. You know.
You haven't done any this week so far. That must be hard to not take them, but I really hope that you don't, because I think once you develop the addiction is, I don't know, but I would imagine it's much harder to get back. The probation, it might take them some time, but hopefully they will eventually be able to get you sorted.
That's what I'm hanging on for, mate. That's what I'm hanging on for.
Yeah, big respect for you, because you seem like a nice guy. I'm just sorry that so much stuff has happened to you.
All happened at once, mate. 0 in a breath.
Yeah. What sort of place have you been sleeping?
In the doorway.
How do you find sleeping in the doorways, though?
Very uncomfortable and cold.
Like, is there anything that you need?
Sleeping bag, everything.
Do you not have a sleeping bag?
No.
So how are you sleeping, mate? Are you just literally just sleeping?
I got
just literally, this is all you've got, this one blanket?
Yeah, and we've got bags with a few tops in.
I can only imagine how tough that is to sleep straight on the pavement. That's like 6 days, roughly. You've just literally been stepping on the pavement. No, mate, hopefully it helps. Just all the best, Anthony. The next person that I met didn't want their face recorded, but they had a really important story to tell. Putting down like this so that it's not recording you. How's it been since you got onto the streets?
It's been the worst 3 weeks of my life. We don't realise simple things that we take for granted.
Yeah.
Things like warm food, hot drinks, shower, simple aspects of life that every human being should be entitled to. It doesn't matter whether we're black, white, blue, purple. We all bleed, we're all humans. We should all deserve them simple aspects of life.
You're kind of saying everyone's human, but at the same time, do you feel like you're not treated like human when you're on the streets?
Because everyone just walks past you. I guess it's like when one of your family die, you don't know what to say. So it's like when they're walking past, they don't know what to say, so they keep walking. You know, because they don't know how to help or how to support you.
So you feel like lots of people they kind of walk by, they don't know how to help
or what to say to you. You know what I mean? That's why 90% of people walk past.
And that's a shame, because I think what many people don't realise maybe is that you don't need to know how to say something special. Like
sometimes all I know, you could be having the worst day of your life. Them stopping and saying, "No, sorry, have a nice day." You never know that little thing could have changed your.
Could change the day of the person that's on the streets.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think people don't realise how much it's appreciated just to sometimes stop and chat.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Even if somebody can't help you, know, the stop and acknowledgement goes a lot further, doesn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, especially because I think there are some times where some people are very disrespectful to people that are on the streets,
absolutely.
right? So when someone does show some respect, like I think maybe that helps it be appreciated.
Restores that bit faith in
humanity.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So you said it was the worst few weeks of your life since you've been on the streets. Why has it been the worst few weeks of your life?
Because it's cold, it's horrible. You don't know where to be able to go to sleep. Damn.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry about that, man. Has the council been helping you?
I'm hoping they're going to push it forward and get me in somewhere because of my epilepsy. I keep having seizures out here, it's not fair. You know
so you're having seizures on the street?
With my epilepsy, yeah.
What happens when you have a seizure on the street?
I'll either smash my head open or...
So you smash it on like the pavement?
Yeah, when you're fitting, because there's nothing, you're not on a soft surface here, it's all concrete.
So you're literally just banging your head on the concrete and there's no one to help?
No, the world we live in now is cruel.
If you were to normally have an epileptic fit, like, do you think it would be a better situation?
Could be, yeah.
It could be, yeah.
Because it's softer situation. There's more people around you to be able to.
I guess every
help,
time you have a fit when you're on the streets, you're going to be hitting tarmac, hitting the pavement.
Exactly.
There's no help for people when you're going through that.
No, apart from accident emergency, A&E.
So you just go to A&E, but then it's already happened. You've already
had the fit, so there's nothing that you can physically do apart from keep an eye on you for an hour or two, and then I still leave. So it's one big vicious circle, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's been quite rainy. It's raining now.
Yeah.
It's been raining quite a lot recently. Has that been a big problem for you?
Keeping your belongings dry. Because once your blankets are wet, that's it. It's screwed, aren't you?
Is there anything else like on the streets that you think that people might not realise?
We're all human. It can happen to the very best of us. All these walking up and down, it can happen to them a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because you said it was like, so for yours, I think, did you split up with your partner or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you just didn't have anywhere to go after that?
No, because the council not classing me as priority.
Why is the council
no
not?
local connection.
Oh, so then...
Load of shit.
So then you have to stay on the streets for...
6 weeks.
Yeah, 6 weeks on the streets is a long time.
No. It's sad. All we can do is stay strong and stay positive.
Yeah.
There's always light at the end of the tunnel. Just keep
going. That's good. Keep that optimistic, because that's the thing. Hopefully in a few years' time you'll be off the streets for years, and then like you were like,
and that's up. It can't get any worse than the the situation that's already in.
Yeah.
You just have to stay strong and stay positive.
No, massive respect for that, man. Massive
Because there's
respect.
people in situations in countries a lot worse situations than me. There's women and children sleeping indoors that haven't eaten. At least I've eaten, you know, so I'm thankful for them simple things.
No, massive respect. What was your name?
Kaz.
Kaz. And how long have you been on the streets? Sorry,
I'm
clean my
on
lip.
5 years.
You've been on the streets for 5 years? Wow.
During the COVID.
You look very young. Were you on the streets from a young... Okay.
Been
No,
on the
that's-
streets since I was 21.
Since you were 21, wow. And how was it during COVID?
We were not supported services.
Really? Even during COVID?
Yeah, it was shut down because the council office was shut down during COVID. wasn't
Council
it?
office was
So,
shut down, so they weren't like housing people or anything like that? Oh no.
During COVID, pretty much everyone that you saw during COVID, it's the same people that are back out again. We all got put up in hotels, B&Bs and stuff like that during COVID. COVID's ended, they're trying to find permanent accommodation for him, and it's the permanent accommodation they're struggling with. They're only giving us 6 month tenancies, and then once the 6 month tenancies end, they're putting us straight back onto the streets.
Really?
Yeah.
That sounds, it's not very helpful. And I know it's been very rainy last few days, so it's rainy even now. How do you find the rain?
I love the rain.
You love it?
Yeah.
That is probably the first time I've ever heard that on the streets. That's
It livens
like-
the place up.
Are you quite good at staying under the
Yeah.
doorways? Okay.
Yeah.
What do you find is the hardest bit about the streets?
It's the night time that's the hardest.
The night time?
Sleeping on the night.
What
the
about
night,
it?
finding somewhere to actually sleep on the night that you can actually get your head down.
Trying to find a place that's safe.
Yeah.
Do people treat you respectfully in Leeds, or is there some people that are not very respectful to the homeless?
Depends on the people.
Okay.
Like, the younger ones don't understand the situation.
The younger
do
ones
they?
don't, so it's the more elderly people
Yeah.
are nicer.
No, it's actually the younger that are friendlier than the elder.
Oh, the younger are more respectful?
Yeah.
What would you say is the toughest thing you've been through whilst you've been on the streets?
Abuse when I've been on the streets. yeah.
Abuse.
Physically and mentally.
You've been physically and mentally abused
Yeah.
on the streets? I'm sorry about that. Was that by other people that were homeless, or was
No,
that...
both of them are non-homeless.
So like maybe drunk people?
Yeah.
That's so horrible, I'm sorry about that.
Not your fault.
One thing I really respect about you, you seem like quite a positive person. Like it's raining and you're positive about that, you know, and I have a lot of respect for
have
that.
to get off the toilet.
No problem. Is there anything else that you need?
No,
or-
it's a hot chocolate. If
Yeah.
I'm not here, just plonk it at the side there.
Okay, no problem at all. What's your name, my friend?
Lee Smith.
Obviously, it's quite a difficult situation at the moment because it's raining so hard. Is there much you can do when it's raining like this?
Nothing really.
Nothing you can really do.
Stuck in rain, nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go. And then do you end up wet for a long time?
To dry out, yeah.
How long do you reckon that will take?
Good day.
So you have to just basically sit in your wet clothes for a whole day. And how long have you been on the streets of Leeds, my friend?
About 12 months.
12 months, that's a long time. They not housed you during that time? Why, do you know why they haven't done that?
No ties,
No ties to the area. I think this is a big problem that's affecting a lot of people in Leeds. How have you been feeling?
Depressed.
Depressed. Sorry, man. Do you think that's because of the streets?
Yeah, possibly, yeah.
Okay. You know Leeds in particular. Do you think Leeds is an okay place to be homeless, or is this a bad place to be on the streets?
Shit place.
Shit place.
Yeah.
Why you say that?
Because you can't sleep, you get people creeping about you when you're sleeping.
So when you're trying to sleep, they do what?
Creep round you and then they rob you.
You get robbed in the night when you're
Yeah.
sleeping?
Yeah.
Has it happened to you a lot?
Happened a few times, yeah.
I'm just a bit worried about you, like, so at the moment, you've got a tiny bit of shelter, but I feel like, is the rain still landing on you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is there anywhere that you could go that would be a bit drier? No. No?
I don't know where to go.
How did you end up on the streets?
My mum died. And,
Your mum passed away, I'm so
yeah,
sorry,
and,
man.
Kicked out of their property and
So when she died, they kicked you out,
yeah, and ended up over here.
and you ended up here on the streets? Man, I'm so sorry that you had to go through that. Is there anything that I can get you that would help a little bit?
Sorry?
If there's any, I can't say it. A few pound if I know. Sat here all day, mate. What,
Yeah.
£3?
You had £3 all day, so that's all you've got.
Sundays, and for begging, it seems to be the worst day of the week.
This is the worst day of the week to get through.
Yeah.
What would you spend?
I've had bits of food, and that.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, so money would be the main thing that would benefit you.
don't like to ask for it.
It's
but-
okay. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I asked you, so it's fine.
Yeah, it is.
I might need to get some change out. Do you want some food as well, by the way? Because I got some food in my bag.
Yeah, please.
No problem. Let's see what I got. Got a pack of crisps.
Thank you.
It's nothing big, so this wrap. Let me see what change I can get, and I'll come back. So, because it's raining so hard, just as I've walked out to get him some change and give him some clean socks, I can see him walking off to escape the rain. So I'll try and catch up with him. Yeah, mate. That was the change, and I've got some clean socks as well. Just 'cause they're a bit dry, so you can share them as well if you want. The rain is really picking up, and as you can see, my jacket is getting soaked. You really have to think about the people that are stuck in this rain. There was a guy stood out in the rain asking people whether they had any spare change. He's risking hypothermia, and you can see the look of desperation on his face. If you would like to donate to Crisis, a charity that helps people that are homeless, then click the link in the description. I've also included a link to Simon on the Streets, which is a charity that particularly helps people on the streets of Leeds. When I was filming a documentary in Leeds last time, when I slept on the streets, it was one of the toughest days that I faced, even though it's nothing compared to what people that are homeless have to go through. But it rained and rained, so click here to watch that documentary. Alternatively, if you'd like to learn what it's like for people that are struggling on the streets of Manchester, then click this video. See you next time.